Hey everybody, I am Sam I Am, and you're watching Sam I Am Tarot. If this is your first time here, welcome, and if not, welcome back. I'm going to jump in just with some oracles. I've already prayed over the cards. I don't plan to be before you guys too long. It's been a little minute since I actually did a reading. This new job has really been taking me out, so I haven't been wanting to do readings when my energy is low, you know. So today felt pretty good, so I wanted to come on here and do a reading. Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective? Show me what messages you have for the collective. What messages do you have for the collective? What messages do you have for the collective, Spirit? Okay, so there's a cycle. Someone's wrapping up a cycle. There's something ending and something else coming in. So this is good. As a part of the collective myself, I love to hear that. Wrapping up negative cycles and stepping into new ones. So someone has, I feel like some of you may have settled some karmic debt. Oh, so a guardian angel may be responsible for this or guiding you on this path, okay? So if you feel someone close by, whoever is on your mind, that's the person that's around you. And I feel like they are helping to usher you into this new cycle in your life, which is really good. Okay. So you might be, I don't feel like anyone is necessarily having any health issues. If you are, then obviously, you know, take care of yourself, go see a doctor or something like that. But I feel like for most people, I feel like this is something that you are actually doing anyway. You know, I feel like a lot of you are taking care of yourself, minding your health, making sure you eat well, exercising more, that kind of thing. So for a lot of you, I feel like you are already doing what you need to do to monitor your health. And I feel like that's part of this, you know, whatever negative cycle is wrapping up and new cycle that you're going into. I feel like you taking care of your health has been part of that cycle. You know, you might not have been worrying about it before, but something happened. Okay. I don't remember if we're in a retrograde right now, but I know we were recently here. Hold on, let me turn this light on so we can say. I think it's too bright. Hold on. Oh, beep. Okay, chill. All right, there we go. All right. So maybe if this stone is always a little tricky because it's the way it's made. It doesn't always want to stand up on its own. There we go. Now you can see the fourth card. Okay. Yeah, someone's needing to let go. So there may be some, you know, something that happened that is, you know, that may have been holding on to you. Maybe a person. But I feel like this is all a part of this cycle. So someone's needing to let go of an old cycle, an old way of thinking, an old way of being, an old relationship. Oh, and the card right underneath that. Move on. So yeah, someone's definitely needing to move on. Someone's wanting to increase their intimacy with you. So someone is thinking about you, or you're thinking about someone that you're wanting to be intimate with. But there's challenges that the two of you face. So there's something that's going on between the two of you that needs to be dealt with. But definitely I feel like you're on the path of moving on. You're letting go. Some of you need to still let go of something or someone. And so that's what Spirit is, you know, kind of wanting for you right now. Let's see. What are these cycles about, Spirit? Show us what these cycles are about. What are these cycles about, Spirit? I hope you all are doing well. What are these cycles? Show us what these cycles are about. What's going on? Yes. So someone you may have gotten out of jail, or someone you know was in jail. This could be, whether it be, physically or spiritually. But I feel like someone may have felt like they were in a mental jail, and they're wrapping that up. So I feel like a lot of you, this is for the collective, you may have been in a mental jail about someone, not sure of where the situation was going. This could be about a person or a job. Doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, but I do feel like someone was definitely in their head about this. Ooh, there's a gift on the way, but this came out, I think it came out in the reverse. I'm going to put it back in the deck. I'm not going to pull it out, but this is a gift. I feel like this was, like spirit, maybe this guardian angel was showing you something, and you may have thought that this person was a gift. Maybe this person came into your life, and, the more you stayed around this person, like this, it was a gift for you to be able to see that this person was actually not good for you. And so it was like you finally were able to wake up from this situation and see it for what it actually is. And that was the gift. But it came out, it was going to come out in reverse. So I feel like it was like this situation was not what you thought it was. It was not as good as you thought it was going to be, and it actually ended up feeling like a prison. Distant horizons, yeah. So I feel like some of you, you're getting far away from this situation. Some of you have walked away from this situation and it was so long ago, and you're still healing from it. So there might be some healing that's still going on, that's taking place from this imprisonment situation. And you're no longer trapped in that. Yeah, I feel like I feel like you're no longer anchored. Whatever this was, whatever you felt tied to, you don't feel anchored by this anymore. And you finally released the anchor. And now you're setting sail and, pursuing your dreams. Or you're thinking differently. I feel like you freed yourself from this situation. Or something or someone freed you. Poverty. Okay. So you freed yourself from a poverty mindset, from lack. And I feel like that might be the health issue that might have be in tandem with the health issue, was that, maybe you felt like you didn't have the money, or because you felt so bad about this situation, or this situation was so toxic that it made you feel like you were sick and you were in this energy of lack, and you didn't, you never had money and all of that. But I feel like you are stepping out of that. Okay, so there could be a new relationship on the horizon. I feel like some of you are sketchy about this just because of the way things, like maybe you're not sure if you're ready for something new. You're not ready if you're wanting something with this person. There might be something about this relationship, maybe because of the timing. You might be like, oh, it's Mercury retrograde. Absolutely not. For some of you, you may have met this person during a retrograde. And I feel like for some of you, they met you at your worst. And so now you're, maybe second guessing, like, with this person, why would they be interested in me? I don't have anything. Do they really love me? Are they really just here for sex or whatever? And I feel like maybe you are, but they want to work on this. I feel like something is going to be worked out between the two of you. This situation is not going to, no, let me continue with this deck. What else, Spirit? So this was a lover. This was somebody that you felt you were deeply in love with. Someone that you felt deeply tied to, that you felt like it was going to go somewhere and it didn't. For some of you, I feel like this relationship felt like it was a Mercury retrograde. Like the suddenness, if that's a word, I feel like things started to deteriorate between the two of you. This whole poverty issue, like it's making me feel like not necessarily a financial situation, but poverty in just lack. And I feel like all of these things started to happen within this relationship, and it's like it was just like, oh my God, what's going on with this? And I feel like you finally started to distance yourself and, you know, see this for what it was. And that's also for some of you, it's keeping you held back from moving on. 11-11, as I say that. Some of you are reluctant to get into new relationships. Yeah, I feel like you don't go anywhere. You kind of stay home. You stay to yourself because you're just like, you know, you're over it. You're tired of being hurt, tired of the same old, same old. You're tired of people not being honest about how they feel. You're just tired. You know, and so you're kind of just, you know, doing your own thing, just minding your own business, staying moisturized, eating your fruit, and just staying to yourself. Like you're really not trying to go out. You know, I feel like it was because this relationship, you felt it so deeply and you were so sure that this person was the one, and to have it not be that was just like, okay, I'm done. Mature man. So this person presented themselves again like as somebody that was very mature, had their shit together. They may not have necessarily been an older person, but they presented themselves, if they weren't an older masculine energy, they presented as if they were. They presented as if they were somebody that, you know, maybe very well traveled, had things together, you know, like you felt like you could build with this person. And that's not what it was. High honor. Yeah, some of you are like, you know that this is the right thing. You know, you're not with this person anymore. And I feel like you still see them as this mature person. There's some qualities about this person that you still very much like, but you're realizing that this is not the relationship that you thought it was. Yeah, they treated you very well, but then I feel like you got a message of concern. So somebody may have called you or sent you some kind of message, and it is what made you realize, like, you know, and I'm hearing somebody put a bug in your ear. Like they might have just said something that triggered something. Even if there was not a conversation, I feel like there was something triggered you going on this, you know, start to look at this person with clearer eyes. You know, you took off the rose-colored glasses and you started to see things for what they were. And I feel like your spirit guides are very happy about that. They are very pleased with your decision to not stick around and not allow this person to continue to drag you down into this abyss of negativity that they were in. And I'm hearing some of you are just like, I like being at home. Like, that's where all my shit is. Like, I don't need to go out to enjoy myself. I don't need to be around a bunch of people to have a good time. And I feel like that's what you're doing right now. You're just enjoying your me time, not being bothered, not having anybody, you know, disappoint you. And so you're just happy right now. figuring out what it is that you really want for yourself. Okay. So what's next, Spirit? What's coming in? What is new? What is coming in for the collective? We know what's already happened. What's coming in? What's next? Okay. Some conflict. You might be arguing with somebody. Okay, so maybe this person is like unhappy about your decision to walk away from them. They're trying to like start arguments with you. Or this person could be in a conflict with somebody. If you're not in the picture anymore, this person could be in conflict with somebody else. There could be a third party situation. I haven't seen any evidence of that, but there's definitely some, okay. So this is definitely a love situation. For some of you, because we got this distance card earlier, I feel like a lot of you have stopped dealing with this person like a while ago. They're a distant memory. So I feel like the hurt from that situation lingers. You know, you still, and not necessarily because, you know, it's not necessarily about time. It's about the effect that this love had on you. And it hurt you deeply. You felt it deeply. You felt this love for this person deeply. And you felt like they felt it for you too. And they may have. I don't feel like this person didn't genuinely love you. I just feel like they had some other things going on. There may be been another relationship or what have you. There could, like this courtship, they could have been seeing somebody else behind your back. And so that might have been what caused the two of you, you know, you thought the two of you were a couple and they actually had something else going on. And so now there's conflicts with this other person because they want a new beginning. You walked away. You stay in the house, you've walked away. This person is like, they love the person that's in this house. The Ace of Cups landed on top of this, you know, the house card. And I feel like this person is realizing that they love, the person that they really love, that they really want to be with, is the person that is, yeah, this is the person that they want to celebrate with. You know, they presented themselves as mature, but they really had something else going on. And now they're realizing they're, you know, in conflict and having arguments and things like that with someone that they're involved with, this, you know, this courtship. This is who they were with already. And so now they're in disagreements, uproar with this person because they can't be with the one that they want to be with. Yeah. And now they're tortured because they feel, these two people are chained together. They feel stuck with this person. They may not be able to leave. This could be a married couple, or there's some other kind of like situation that's causing them to feel stuck to them. They may have a business together, but there's some depression, there's some lack going on here. So like all of what this person experienced with you or brought you through, you know, caused you to experience, they're now experiencing it. Experiencing the lack, you know, they don't want anything with this person. They don't want sex with this person. They don't want to build with this person. They don't want a life with this person. They want to leave. And they've never been more sure about leaving. Oh, look, see how this person is bossing up? Because they realize now what's really going on. They realize now what they had when they were with you. And it's driving them crazy that they can't communicate that to you. I feel like a lot of you are just like, I don't want to hear that shit. You know, you're not talking to this person. I don't see where this person has necessarily reached out to you, but I do feel like they are doing their damnedest to get out of this situation, this loveless, passionless situation, and they want to come back towards you. They want to be with the person that they really love. Yeah, they've made a choice. It's like the person that they see themselves, you know, building up. Like this person may actually want to move out of the country with you. I just really feel like this person they want to leave and go somewhere where the two of you don't know anybody. and just start over and have your own life, free of drama, free of other people, free of, you know, any past situations that the two of you may have had. Yeah, they want to, this person is wanting to come back towards you and give you choices, like whatever you want to do. I feel like this person is wanting to open up, because before it may have been, I feel like because they're trying to offer you all these choices now, the situation may have been the reverse in the beginning. You know, when you were with them, it was always about what they wanted on their time, and they were just constantly, this is where this poverty came from. I feel like this was like them constantly taking from you your energy, your time, your love. And so now they're willing to come back in and give you, like, I want to be at whatever you want. We can go wherever you want. What, you know, it's like Coming to America, whatever you like, whatever type of food you like. Like, that's the type of energy this person is on. They're wanting to be whatever you need them to be in order to be in your life. And I don't mean necessarily like you're gonna treat this person like a dog, but I just really feel like they know that they messed they know that they messed up, and so now they're trying to fix it. Okay, I'm just gonna slide these back in there. I don't know what they were. But they don't want to, I feel like they're doing this because they're just like, I have to get the collective back. And they're wanting to say or do whatever they have to do to get you back. And I don't feel like, you know, this is not like in a manipulative, because the Emperor is not manipulative. I don't feel like this person is trying to come back in to do the same thing that they were doing before. But I feel like they're wanting to offer you something new, you know, coming at you in a different way. What else, Spirit? I don't feel like this is somebody new coming in. For those of you that want somebody or ready for somebody new, only because I feel like this conflict and this love is like, this is somebody that had a past issue, that they're dealing with somebody from the past that was interfering in what the two of you had going on. And so the fact that they're so confidently coming towards you after this conflict is like, you haven't been involved with somebody. I don't feel like this is somebody that, you know, you had an argument at work with one time or something happened, you know, some short-term thing. This is someone that you had a deep connection with, that didn't realize how they felt about you until now. You know, now they're realizing your true value. What else, Spirit? Yeah, some of you may already know this, but I feel like this person is also tapping into their intuition. They are trusting their spirit now as well. But yeah, this is your energy. You're coming up as the Queen of Wands. Yeah, you're tapping into your intuition. So some of you may already feel this person wanting to come back towards you. The connection between you was so deep and so intense that you may still sense that this person, you know, what their intentions are. And maybe you always knew that this person would come back. But I feel like this person now is recognizing you for who you are. They see you as this person. You are attracting this person to you. And maybe not intentionally, but I feel like because you are doing your own thing and you're just attracting positive things into your life right now. You are a magnet for positivity. And so that's why this person coming back into your life is coming back a changed person, because they know they can't come back in on the same energy, you know, trying to manipulate you or convince you that everything is okay when it's really not. Convince you that they're single when they're really not. This person is wanting to come back in and be completely honest with you. Yeah. They see you as this nurturing, loving person, feminine energy, and they're hoping that that's still, and I feel like for a lot of you, that's still who you are. You're still very nurturing and loving. You're just not, you know, you're more also in this Queen of Wands energy where you're, you know, taking care of business, so you don't have time for bullshit right now. You're like, you're not even entertaining it from anybody, let alone this person. Yep, it's time. And you're ready for something too. You know, success, love, accomplishment, abundance. You're ready for all of that to come in. Yeah. You've been liberated from, you know, you're no longer stuck. And I feel like this is also this person's energy. They are no longer stuck in this energy of always, you know, arguing and challenging somebody, and, you know, just, they've ended all of this. They don't want to be in a deceptive energy no more anymore. They're done with that. They're done trying to, you know, be a player and have their cake and eat it too, and, you know, just using people and thinking they know everything and trying to control every situation, every scenario. What else, Spirit? Yep, told you. You're in this Queen Rising energy. You're no longer entertaining anything that's not for your highest good. So, and I feel like this person can sense that about you. You're in your High Priestess energy. You are doing things the way you want to do them. You're not entertaining anything that doesn't feel right, sound right, taste right, looks right. You know, you're definitely in a energy of, you know, bad reputation. What is this bad reputation, Spirit? Who has this bad reputation? What's this bad reputation about? I got a feeling, but I don't want to say. What is this bad reputation about, Spirit? Somebody is watching you. There's a feminine energy here. This could be this person's ex that is watching you. My God. Coming up with stuff to say about you. Don't have any facts. They have nothing to back it up. But yet they got all of this mouth, all of these things, because they secretly admire you. They secretly want to be you. But they're trying to create a bad reputation for you. They see you shining. They see you doing well. And now they're just trying to spread lies about you because they're just, you know, hoping that it makes this person, it makes this masculine energy, turns them off from you. What else, Spirit? Yeah, you're unbothered by this. I feel like you're just like, girl, bye. Like you're not, I'm not running this race with you. You're going to be in this race by yourself. This person is playing this game on their own. But they still creeping. It's not even this they might be watching this masculine, but I feel like they watching you. They're looking to see, and you know what, for some of you, they're looking to see if this masculine is going to come back towards you. They want to see if this person, because they knew about you. They knew about you. That's what I'm saying. I feel like this is somebody from your past. This feminine energy knew how this masculine felt about you. And now they also know that the two of you weren't in communication, which is evidenced by the Chariot. So you two of you are not in communication, because why else would this person be coming back towards you if you're already in communication? So there's no communication between you and this person. And this feminine energy also knows that. And now they're watching you to see if this masculine is going to come, or to see if there's any evidence of this masculine even being around you. So they're looking to see if, you know, what you're doing, what your life is like. That's, I'm saying, this person is a groupie. They're watching you. They're going on your social media posts. They're, you know, making stuff or whatever they can't find. Whatever they can't find about you, they're going to make stuff up. Yeah, you're not fazed by this. You're not allowing this to, some of you may feel this person watching you. You may know this, but you're just like, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. You haven't stopped. You haven't stopped doing your own thing. Oh my gosh, I did not want to make this video 30 minutes long, and here we are. Okay. Yeah, you're just going about your life, you know, paying your bills, taking care of yourself, eating well, you know. Yeah, they're trying to get screenshots. They may be trying to get messages off this person's phone, but I feel like it's not going to yield anything. It's not going to come up with anything. They're not going to find anything that's going to matter. You know, dirt digging. They're trying to find something about you that they feel like is going to be incriminating. And it's not going to make a bit of difference. One last card, Spirit. Last card. And of course, what is this last card? It's 2. Okay. Good chemistry. This person has good chemistry with you. But this wolf in sheep's clothing, they're mad. This wolf in sheep's clothing is mad that this person is still into you. This person, this feminine energy pretends to be nice. This could be somebody that you don't suspect. This could be like some of you, this is a new friend or some new acquaintance that you've made, and they know this is this person's ex. And they know that this person is into you. Oh, that's crazy. That's not weird at all. Okay, so be mindful of the people that you're, you know, taking into your friend groups and, you know, meeting right now. Because I feel like somebody might be pretending to be something and they're not. Even if this person is not the ex, they might be friends with the ex, and so they're trying to find dirt about you to go back to this person. Ooh, okay, that's way too much. All right, but anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I promise I'm gonna try to do more videos more often, now that I'm kind of getting into the rhythm of work and everything. But again, thank you so much for watching. I hope that this reading resonated with you. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.